Ready for a Phil's Five segment here.
Let's do
Nate,
it.
some rapid fire questions.
Coincidentally, I've got 5% on my battery here,
Oh my gosh. Okay,
unfortunately.
we'll go fast
Yeah.
here. We'll speed it up
Sorry.
here. No. Okay. You kind of talked about this a little bit, but who's your favorite player growing up?
It's got to be Jerry Rice.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was him. Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, but Jerry ended up being my guy because I wanted to be a receiver. So,
Okay. Okay. Who is your favorite teammate?
favorite teammate ever. I'd say Jake Plummer.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
guys kind of
yeah,
got
he was.
that same kind of vibe, that chill kind of,
Oh
like it
yeah,
seems like you
but
guys are
also
on
a
the same
fierce
page.
fierce competitor.
Hmm.
Would do anything for his teammates. Was one of the guys. Obviously, a quarterback makes way more money and is way more idolized than anybody else on the field. But he didn't act that way in the locker room at all. He was very much one of the fellas and a great friend to this day.
And favorite play from your career? Favorite play?
Favorite play. I'd probably say my first touchdown. It was only a 1 yard touchdown. It was on a goal line play, but it was a long time coming. It took me 4 years to get there. In college, I scored a ton of touchdowns and had caught a lot of passes as a receiver, and I figured it was just going to keep happening in the NFL, like we all did, right? And then you get there, you realize it's a little different. So it took me a while to get there, and when I finally did, my mom and my dad were in that end zone where it happened, and the night before the game, you know. I knew we had this certain goal line package in, and I showed my dad on the playbook. If we get down there and I do this motion, I'm getting the ball. And I showed him the exact play, and it ended up being right in front of him in the same motion. I caught the ball right in front of them for a touchdown. So I think that was probably my favorite play.
What an awesome moment.
Yeah.
Okay, best player you ever faced?
Ever faced Champ Bailey. He was, he was a teammate, but I faced him every day at practice because I was, at that time early on in my receiver career, running a scout team, and he was first team defense. So every day, every play, I'm lining up against Champ and really getting to improve my game going against the best in the world. He was so calm, so collected, so smart. Never looked like he was breaking a sweat. Was never sweating. Was never out of breath, but was always in the right spot. And was just a phenomenal athlete and a great teammate.
The best. Champ is the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
Okay, and then the last one here. What's a what's the best lesson you ever learned from a coach?
Best lesson I ever learned from a coach. That's a good one. Um, I had this tight end coach who was kind of an asshole, but he would always say that attitude and effort are non-negotiable, and I think that's important in football because you're going to make mistakes. Sometimes you're not going to know where you're supposed to be. You're going to drop the ball or whatever it is. But the way you come out here and the effort that you put out is has to be a constant. And if it is a constant, you are going to improve, and you're going to be a good teammate. And then so there's a lot of stuff I learned from Mike Shanahan about preparation, about reading defenses, about technique, and things that are important. But I think the attitude and effort being a constant is a really valuable lesson for anybody to learn in life. Not just sports, but every day going to work, being a parent, just being out there and just trying your hardest and doing so with a positive attitude.